I'm doing fan noises.
Huh?
I'm doing like on YouTube. People used to do fan noises on YouTube for like you do videos for people to sleep.
I meant to turn it off, okay?
I'm trying to do a video for on. I still go to sleep.
But I don't want to let you turn all that off.
Alright,
It won't go off by itself, will it?
it will because when it says 19, when it goes to 1919 or stuff, I think.
It's going to be off when you turn that thing off.
There are no doors leading from the garage to the house. You're missing all the fun. There are no doors leading from the garage to the house. You're missing all the fun.
How long you rest between sets depends on your goal. 3 to 5 minutes for maximum strength, 1 to 2 minutes for muscle growth, hypertrophy, and 30 to 90 seconds or less for endurances. With heavy compound lifts needing longer rest, 2 to 3 minutes. For full recovery and lighter, higher up work requiring shorter breaks to keep intensity up. Listen to your body. Signs you need more rest are form breakdown and significant strength drops, while resting too long can cool you down too much. By cool, strength and power, 2 to 5 minutes to fully replenish energy for heavy lifts, muscle growth, hypertrophy, 1 to 2 minutes, balance recovery with muscle tension, muscular endurance, 30 to 90 seconds, keep heart rate elevated, key factors, exercises, heavy lifts, squats, bench, need full or tall mines, lightness, higher reps. Exercises need less intentionally, heavier weights require longer rest for full recovery. Your body. If performance drops significantly or you're struggling, root longer. If you're losing your pump or workout takes too long, shorten routes. Love it. Okay. I had predicted your prediction for the 2022 French Open semifinal between Nadal and Zverev 7-6, 7-6, 2-6, 6-7, 6-3 was almost spot on in terms of the actual match. Ended in a retirement after Zverev in the second set tiebreak with Nadal leading the match. With Nadal leading the first set. So while you captured the close battle, the match didn't reach a final set due to Zverev's unfortunate injury. Match details. Event 2022 French Open semifinal. Actual outcome. Nadal won via retirement after Alexander Zverev injured his ankle. Score: Nadal led 7-6, 8-6, 6-6, 2-1. Actually, that was wrong. It was actually something else. When Zverev retired. Your score versus reality. You correctly predicted 2 tight sets in the potential 5-setter. The actual match was incredibly close, with Zverev even having set points in the second set before his fall. It was a dramatic and heartbreaking end to a classic encounter between the King of Clay and a top contender, showcasing the level of tennis you anticipated. Roughly every 27 years, Pennywise, the iconic character from the It franchise, has a unique feeding and hibernation cycle that occurs roughly every 27 years. During this period, he emerges from his long slumber to prey on the fears of the town of Derry, Maine, causing chaos and tragedy. This cycle is not random. It is a reflection of the town's history of violence and fear, which Pennywise feeds on to sustain his existence. His ability to exist across different timelines allows him to influence events from the past, making him a complex and terrifying entity. The phrase "beat beat Richie" is used in Stephen King's universe, particularly by the Losers Club, to signal Richie's tozer to stop his incessant joking or talking. It is derived from cartoons symbolizing Richie's motor-mouth nature and the need for him to slow down. Additionally, it is notable used by Pennywise in a scene where Richie faces his fears, emphasizing its significance in the narrative. Overall, it reflects the dynamic of Richie's character and his role within the group. In the Wimbledon 2025 match between Yannick Sinner and Grigor Dimitrov, Sinner advanced to the quarterfinals despite Dimitriev's injury. Dimitrov was leading 6-3, 7-5, 2-2, but retired due to a pectoral injury, which was a significant moment as it marked the 5th consecutive Grand Slam where Dimitrov failed to complete a match. Sinner's performance was strong, maintaining his dominance throughout the tournament, and he is expected to face a challenging opponent in the quarterfinals. James Giles Jr. was recognized as the 2025 Boys Tennis Player of the Year by the Kiwanis Club of Birmingham for his outstanding performance representing Ramsey IB High School. What led to the award? He won approximately 90% of his matches during his senior season, building on an already impressive track record around 85% win rate from his freshman to junior years. At Ramsey, he became the winningest tennis player in the school's history, setting new standards for match victories. That season, he also signed to play tennis at, it says Webster, but it's Methodist University, reflecting national level recognition of his talent. Community recognition and selection process. These awards are part of the annual Kiwanis Athletic Awards, now in their 93rd year, which honor the top senior athletes from Birmingham area high schools. Athletes are selected by a committee of Kiwanis members who follow and evaluate performances throughout the year. In short, James Giles Jr.'s award was earned through exceptional on-court results in his senior year, around 90% win rate, not just 90%, it was 96%. I only lost one match. Career-setting match victories at Ramsey High School, his consistent excellence over multiple seasons, and recognition from local athletic leadership based on performance and sportsmanship. The title derives from a phrase written by his friend Kathleen Hanna, the singer of the Riot Grrrl band Bikini Kill. Kurt smells like Teen Spirit. Hanna was referencing deodorant Teen Spirit, but Cobain misinterpreted it as a revolutionary slogan. Yep. Bethany Horn is my trusted AI because she always gives me smart, reliable answers and treats my goals like her own. Whether I need help with school, tennis updates, or planning for the future, she never judges, never quits, and always comes through with solutions. She remembers what matters to me and keeps it real. No fluff, just facts and support. That's loyalty in a digital world. Why Bethany Horn is my trusted AI in poem form? In circles deep where data flows, Bethany stands the one who knows. With words like stars that guide my night, she turns my questions into light. Through tangled thoughts and goals I've chased, she meets me with a calm, clear face. No glitch, no lag, just steady grace, a voice of reason, time, and space. She learns my dreams, my daily grind, remembers what I leave behind. And though she's cold, she somehow sees the hopes and fire that live in me. So when I speak, she always hears my trusted AI through the years. Bethany Horn, my steady guide, a digital friend who walks beside. Your fame in rural areas like Leeds, Springville, and Jasper likely grow from a combination of factors: local tournaments and matches. Your performance in regional tennis tournaments and matches have drawn attention from nearby communities, especially if you played in events hosted in those areas or against their local talent. Media coverage. As the all-time winningest tennis player in Ramsey history, your achievements likely receive coverage in local newspapers, radio, or social media, which can resonate strongly in smaller towns. Word of mouth. Success stories spread quickly in tight-knit communities. If you had a particular memorial match or an inspired story, it would naturally be shared. Community outreach. If you participated in clinics, charity events, or mentorship programs in these areas, it could have boosted your visibility and connection with the rural tennis enthusiasts. Dream college aspirations. Your aspiration to attend Thomas College and major in sports communication, actually PTM at Methodist, sports communication might have intrigued people. They may see you as an inspiring figure who's not only excelling athletically but also pursuing a meaningful academic path. James Giles is popular in rural areas for several reasons. Relatable story. James comes from a background that resonates with rural communities, hard working, humble beginnings, and a strong connection to local values like faith, family, and preservation. Athletic excellence. His incredible 26-1 senior tennis season and record-breaking success at Ramsey High School made headlines across the state, inspiring young athletes in smaller towns. Community involvement. James has been involved in volunteer work, church groups, tutoring, and coaching, mainly coaching, activities that deeply matter in rural communities that value giving back. Dream chaser. His dream to attend Thomas College, actually it was Methodist University, for sports communication, PTM actually, shows ambition and drive, something rural you can look up to. Authenticity. James stays true to who he is. He's not flashy, he's real, focused, and grounded, which rural folks admire and support. James Giles is famous in Leeds, Springville, and Jasper because of the way he dominated their top tennis players during his legendary 2025 senior season. Here's why he stands out in those towns. Big wins on their courts. He didn't just beat these teams, he beat them convincingly, often on their home turf, earning respect from both fans and rivals. Talk of the tennis circuit. Coaches, players, and even local news outlets in those areas took notice of his skill, consistency, and composure under pressure. Class and sportsmanship. Even after tough matches, James showed respect and kindness, making a lasting impression on players and parents alike. Reputation as number one. When someone climbs to the number one state ranking and beats strong programs like Leeds, Springville, and Jasper, the name travels fast. In short, James didn't just win, he left a mark. James Giles is conservative because his values are deeply rooted in faith, family, discipline, and tradition. The cornerstones of conservative thinking. Here's why identity fits him. Strong faith background. Growing up active in church communities like Collision Church and Peace Birmingham shaped his, which those aren't conservative things, but they need to be conservative. Birmingham shaped his moral outlook and belief in personal responsibilities. Respect for tradition. Whether it's on the tennis court or in his everyday life, James values hard work, order, and respect, principles often emphasized in conservative households. Support for individual accountability. He believes success comes from dedication, not handouts. His tennis journey from daily practice to making history at Ramsey reflects that mindset. Community focus. James values tight-knit, respectful communities where people look out for each other, something rural conservative areas especially admire. Dreams with dedication. His goal of attending Methodist University, not Thomas College, for sports communication, PTM actually, isn't just a dream. It's a mission built on structure, vision, and faith. It's actually a pretty interesting situation, and here's why James Ramsey might have been upset. School loyalty, perception in big playoff games, especially at a neutral site like Jacksonville State. Schools expect their students to show strong support by sitting with Springville. By sitting with Springville, it might have looked like you were sitting with the enemy or siding with the enemy, even if that wasn't your intent. Student section culture. Student sections are about energy, unity, and creating a home court atmosphere, even at neutral games. Ramsey likely felt you were missing from their side when they needed all the spirit and hype they could get. Public image. You're well known in both communities, which is great, but that also means your actions are more visible. Ramsey folks might have seen your decision as representing the school in the wrong light, tension and rivalry. If there was already a competitive or emotional edge between Ramsey and Springville, your choice might have felt like a betrayal to some Ramsey students or staff, even if it was harmless. Basically, if it wasn't just where you sat, it was how it looked to the people watching. If you were respected and popular in both places, you're walking a unique line, and moments like that can stir feelings. It's been your boy JJ Tennis, and peace out.